Today we explore an ultimate speculative confrontation: Godzilla versus Thanos. This isn't your everyday fan theory discussion. It's a deep dive into the physics, strategies, and historical evolution that underpin these iconic figures. Godzilla, a towering emblem of atomic power and ecological cautionary tales, stands in stark contrast to Thanos, the mad titan renowned for his cosmic ideology and ruthless efficiency. In our expert-level analysis, we merge decades of cinematic history with advanced scientific, mathematical, and strategic insights to build a scenario that scrutinizes every facet of this titanic clash. We begin by setting a precise framework, dissecting the origins of both characters, examining how Godzilla's nuclear genesis and relentless regeneration mirror the catastrophic power of uncontrolled nature, while Thanos embodies a meticulously calculated approach to cosmic balance with his mastery over universal forces. Our discussion is not limited to pop culture symbolism. It extends into quantitative assessments, advanced simulations, and theoretical battle dynamics, ensuring our debate is grounded in data and rigorous analysis. Throughout this presentation, expect detailed explorations of energy outputs, kinetic force comparisons, and probabilistic models that forecast battle outcomes under various environmental conditions. We will draw on historical footage, scholarly interpretations of cinematic physics, and technical breakdowns of each character's unique capabilities. This is a conversation designed for those who appreciate nuance, a conversation that moves beyond catchy sound bites into the realm of measurable quantities and tactical theory. So prepare for a journey into advanced topics and fact-driven evaluations as we ask the question: can the raw nuclear fury of Godzilla overcome the strategic, cosmic might of Thanos? Godzilla's origins are steeped in both myth and scientific metaphor. Emerging from the depths of post-war narratives, Godzilla represents not only the catastrophic consequences of nuclear warfare, but also the unpredictable forces of nature. Engineered initially as a metaphor for atomic terror, Godzilla has evolved into a being with an astonishing array of powers. At the heart of his abilities is the infamous atomic breath, a concentrated stream of radioactive energy whose output, when analyzed against known energy release models, rivals that of controlled thermonuclear reactions. His physical stature, often depicted at scales exceeding 100 meters in height, is not merely for spectacle. It provides immense leverage in both offensive and defensive combat, enabling energy absorption and shockwave generation on a monumental level. From a technical standpoint, Godzilla's regenerative capabilities are remarkable. Advanced studies into reptilian and amphibian regeneration offer clues into possible biological models, albeit amplified to superlative dimensions by fictional nuclear mutation. His near-immortal skin can be compared to a naturally occurring armor with layered molecular structures, offering significant resilience against high-energy impacts. Moreover, Godzilla's behavior, driven by instinct, environmental cues, and a residual sense of ancient wisdom, introduces unpredictability into any simulation of battle dynamics. Our deep dive further examines his ecological legacy. Godzilla's repeated appearances serve as cultural barometers measuring societal fears and technological advancements. In each cinematic iteration, refinements to his design reflect a sophisticated interplay between fantasy and emerging computational models of energy distribution, making him an ideal subject for technical breakdowns that span theoretical physics to applied biomechanics. Thanos stands as a formidable pillar of cosmic might, and his conceptualization challenges the paradigms of power and destiny within the Marvel Universe. His origin is interwoven with cosmic determinism and nihilistic philosophy, a universe where balance is maintained by the calculated eradication of excess. Unlike Godzilla's raw elemental force, Thanos wields a refined, almost surgical precision in his approach to combat. His methodology finds roots in advanced strategic thinking and resource management. Studies suggest that even his physical feats, when measured against theoretical frameworks of gravity and inertia, reveal a mastery of biomechanical efficiency. Central to Thanos' arsenal is the Infinity Gauntlet, a tool that, when outfitted with the cosmic stones, enables the manipulation of time, space, reality, power, mind, and soul. Rigorous quantitative analyses of these abilities indicate that energy manipulation on such a scale would require conversions and modulations that defy classical mechanics. venturing into realms typically reserved for quantum field theories and astrophysics. Beyond the gauntlet, Thanos exhibits superhuman strength and agility, honed through battles and augmented by training regimes that simulate multivariable stress tests on human musculature, but on an intergalactic scale. Philosophically, Thanos is driven by a belief that the universe requires recalibration, a notion that, when examined through game theory and statistical risk analysis, offers intriguing insights into decision-making under extreme conditions. His strategic prowess is evident in his methodical planning and the precision with which he executes high-stakes maneuvers. Detailed dissection of his combat strategies reveals a layered approach, one component of brute force paired with an equally formidable tactical vision. Establishing the battlefield is as crucial as analyzing the combatants. For a collision of this magnitude, the environment must harmonize with both the massive energy output of Godzilla and the cosmic manipulations of Thanos. Picture a scenario where urban decay meets untamed natural landscapes, a cityscape that has been reclaimed by nature with hints of modern technology still clinging to memory. In such a setting, the physics of destruction and regeneration interact closely with elements like atmospheric pressure, electromagnetic interference, and seismic activity. Beyond geography, the time and cosmic conditions play pivotal roles. Imagine the battle commencing under a celestial alignment that subtly boosts cosmic energies. For Thanos, this might translate into an enhanced efficacy of the Infinity Stones, whereas Godzilla could experience intensified atomic reactions, similar to feedback loops in nuclear reactors. Our analysis integrates weather models, structural interference equations, and temporal dynamics to paint a picture where every element of the battleground affects combat potency. The stakes are equally monumental. From an expert perspective, the clash represents more than a mere brawl. It is an encounter where environmental variables, energy conservation laws, and rotational dynamics of the Earth itself could tip the balance. Detailed simulations map out scenarios where shockwave propagation, energy absorption by atmospherics, and the interaction of cosmic radiation with terrestrial materials are modeled using data drawn from both nuclear physics and astrophysics research. When the clash begins, initial strategies are critical. Godzilla's approach would likely emphasize overwhelming raw force, leveraging his colossal mass to generate destabilizing shockwaves. Imagine his atomic breath as a continuous plasma stream, its energy output measured in terawatts, a force that can disintegrate conventional materials almost instantaneously. In early maneuvers, Godzilla would use his massive bulk to control the battlefield, creating zones of extreme kinetic interference where conventional projectile motions become negligible. In stark contrast, Thanos would enter the fray with a calculated, almost surgical plan. His combat methodologies draw parallels with military precision, decoy maneuvers, targeted strikes, and predictive counterattacks. Early in battle, Thanos would exploit his cosmic awareness, utilizing detailed situational analyses to estimate Godzilla's movement trajectories and energy reserves. For instance, if we consider force vectors and energy dispersion models, Thanos' strikes, augmented either by physical combat or the amplified power of the Infinity Gauntlet, are designed to disrupt Godzilla's natural equilibrium. Comparing these tactics in numerical terms, Godzilla's energy output during a typical atomic breath has been estimated in theoretical models to rival the explosive yield of several megatons of TNT. Meanwhile, Thanos can redistribute cosmic energy with a precision that alters local gravitational fields by measurable percentages. These quantitative comparisons set the stage for an initial exchange where brute force collides with refined technique. Throughout this opening clash, dynamic systems come into play. Godzilla's heavy footsteps create seismic pulses that not only destabilize structures, but also interfere with Thanos' targeting algorithms, which rely on relative motion stabilization. Thanos, in response, might deploy feints combined with bursts of energy redirection, akin to countermeasures in modern warfare systems. Both combatants are forced to continuously adjust their strategies in real time, with sensor feedback loops and energy recalibration models underlying every move. As the fight escalates, several turning points can be identified through advanced simulation models and dynamic system analyses. One crucial moment may occur when environmental factors suddenly alter the energy dynamics. A shifting weather pattern or an unexpected seismic tremor could temporarily disrupt Godzilla's energy regeneration. This vulnerability window, although brief, would allow Thanos to execute high-impact, precision strikes, each calculated using probabilistic algorithms that forecast the opponent's reaction time and recovery rate. Another potential twist arises from the strategic interplay between raw force and cosmic manipulation. Just as Godzilla's atomic breath unleashes disruptive radiation fields, Thanos' calculated redirection of cosmic energy might create localized distortions in space-time. These distortions, when factored into collision theory models, could significantly alter the trajectory of both combatants' assaults. At moments of peak intensity, parameters such as impulse force, energy absorption coefficients, and reactive shockwave propagation are pushed to theoretical limits, revealing new vulnerabilities in each fighter's repertoire. A turning point might also be linked to resource depletion, a scenario where Godzilla's sustained output of atomic energy leads to diminished efficiency, much like an overtaxed reactor nearing thermal instability. Conversely, Thanos could find his strategic recalibrations reaching an inflection point when the energy required to maintain active control over the Infinity Stones begins to wane under the strain of continuous combat. In such instances, the battle shifts from a display of unbridled power to an intricate contest of endurance and timing. The interplay of these factors creates an environment where tactical decisions become critical. Real-time data suggests that a delay of even 1 second in reaction time could alter the eventual outcome, a statistic that reflects the razor-thin margins separating victory from defeat. This phase of the battle evolves into a technical masterclass of feedback loops, where every pulse of energy and every structural vibration is quantified and leveraged. As lines between offense and defense blur, both combatants are compelled to adapt rapidly, their strategies recalculated continuously based on freshly acquired data and sensor inputs. In wrapping up this exploration, it is essential to recognize that definitive outcomes in such speculative battles are elusive. Our analysis has shown that Godzilla's overwhelming physical power, combined with his regenerative prowess, offers massive energy reserves and unparalleled brute force. On the other hand, Thanos' methodical, calculated approach, amplified by his mastery over cosmic energies and strategic modeling, makes him an equally formidable opponent. The clash, therefore, is not merely a contest of might versus method. It is a deeper study in advanced physical dynamics, probabilistic modeling, and the interplay of environmental variables that,